I just got something that's so amazing.
Final girl.
Whoa, even my puppy thinks it's amazing. What is in this box? Look at how much it weighs. It weighs a lot. It's 14 or so pounds. Yeah, close to 15. So cool. So let's take a look at what's inside. Ooh, I just got it, and I think you'll be amazed. So, yeah. Go ahead, puppy. Run, 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 run. Yes. Run, run, run. Yes. So I ordered this a while ago from a Kickstarter, and it finally arrived. So cool. So this is one of the more popular Kickstarters on Kickstarter, and it's a board game. And it's a very popular board game. In fact, it's one of those board games where it's very unique in that you play single player, and it's a horror theme. And if you enjoy horror movies and you enjoy solo games that have a lot of depth in them, you're going to enjoy this. Yes, very cool. So, I already have the previous 3 seasons of this game. This is the 4th season, and already it's gotten rave reviews from a lot of the players. Very cool. So, this box here includes not just Season 4, but also the mystery box. So let's take a look. I see something right here. It's a blank piece of very light cardboard paper. Yeah. Then we have this. Look what's inside. Yeah. What's here? We have a lot of foam blocks. Yes. Now, puppies like to chew on foam blocks. You don't want your puppy to be near them. So we're going to put them right here. Yes. Strategically place them away from the puppy. Yes, I have a Yorkie poo. So he's going to love chewing on those if he gets to them. So, what's in here? Let's see. Ooh. So I unearthed a little bit of it, and as you see here, that could be the mystery box. I think it is. We're going to find out. More of these foam blocks. It's going to get harder and harder to keep those away from puppy. So, ooh, another foam block. Lots of cushioning in this box. So now we see more of it. Yeah, we see possibly the mystery box and some other thing right there. What's this? I don't know. We're going to find out. So, what's this? It's another piece of cardboard paper. Blank on both sides. Yeah, my puppy's very excited. So, let's grab the first item that we see in the box that's cellophane wrapped right here. What is this? It is the premium promo Final Girl Gen right here. Very cool, yes. And as you can see on the back, there's a Gen card, secret envelope, and Gen miniature. Yes. Very cool. I don't know who Jen is. Maybe she's one of the employees that they turned into a Final Girl character. That would be so cool. Yeah. So if you take a look at the return address of the box here, this shipping label, it says Merrick's Warehouse, and as you Final Girl fans know, because this is a Final Girl thing that I'm unboxing, yes, as you Final Girl fans know, Merrick's Warehouse. That was actually the title of one of the Final Girl games. So yeah, I think it was like Murder and Merrick's or something like that. So yeah, very cool. And so here, I'm lifting this out right here. This whole thing here, it's very light actually. I mean, it looks heavy, but it's actually light. So this says Mors Vincit Omnia, and I don't know what's going on here. There's Hans right there, right? And there's some of the other characters from the Final Girl series right here. And yeah, on the back is the same thing, I believe. Yes, very much so. So this mystery box, don't know what it's inside, but we're going to unbox this after we unbox Season 4. Yes. So let's put this aside right for now. And inside, I noticed there's another cellophane packed item. And right here, this is Iris, another premium promo Final Girl. And you get the Iris card, the secret envelope, and an Iris miniature. Very cool. And again, I have no idea who Iris is other than maybe she's an employee at the Merrick's Warehouse, and that's so cool. one day I hope that they will like enable the ability to create like a custom Final Girl just for the players themselves, like people like you and me. That would be very, very cool. So it'd be cool to have a Claire Final Girl. Yeah! Very, very cool. So let's put this, where do we put the other one? Oh, right here. And now, what's this? I see, yeah, it's getting emptier and emptier. And on this side, you can see right here a peek of it. That's the Season 4 box. And I believe it is the ultimate box that I purchased. The one with everything inside. Everything. Yes. Very, very cool. So, here we have a protective top box cover. Ooh. Okay. Cole, it's okay. And now I'm going to tilt this over for you to see. Ooh, look at this, the pumpkin head guy. Very, very cool. So, let's carefully remove this from this container. Oh, this is the heavy thing, the heavy object. And it's kind of tilting over to one side when I like lifted it up out of the box. And here's another piece of blank cardboard paper. Very cool cardboard sheet to protect everything. They did a massively awesome job protecting everything in this box. Very, very cool. So this is the thing that you've all been waiting for, folks. Or maybe it's the mystery box that you've been waiting for. But that'll have to happen after we unbox this. So let's tilt this over. Ooh, look at that. Very cool. And we're going to get the names of these characters once we unbox everything. Very, very cool. I think what I can do is I can like add some height to everything so you can see everything better. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to keep this right here. I'm going to keep this right here. And we're going to make a platform once we get this unwrapped. And so then you can see everything better. So very, very cool. Let's spin this box around. Here is the cover art. Yes, look at that. Very, very cool. So let me just set up this platform right now. It sounds like it's like, what are you doing, Claire? But what I'm doing here is just making a little platform right here and placing this right on top, just like this. So all of you can see this better. Very, very cool. So we're going to unwrap the cellophane, but wait, before we do that, let's turn this around some more. Yes. What's that? Another character. Yes. This one here is a Final Girl. Yes. Very, very cool. And on the back here, look at that. Nice. The contents of what's inside. Yeah. So let's unbox this finally. Yes. Let's snip off the plastic because we have here, there's a little hole right there we can slip our scissors through. Yes. Very cool. So I'm going to carefully do this so we don't scratch up anything unnecessarily. Yes. Now I know a lot of players out there, board game players, they're going to sleeve their cards and all that, and I do no such thing. I'd actually like to feel the cards in my hand when I'm playing. So I don't like to feel plastic sleeves. I like to feel the cards. So that's just me though. You may be different. You might be used to sleeved cards, and that's cool. And that protects the game so that when you sell the game, if you ever sell the game, then you'll be selling like a pristine version of the game. But I don't think I'll ever sell these, to be quite honest, because the concept is so unique and cool that why would you want to sell this? This is like so cool. Yes. If you're a horror fan like I am, you're going to enjoy Final Girl. So let's get this cellophane out of the way. Yes. Very, very cool. Oh, look at this. This is a sheet. So this cover sheet right here, yeah, take a look at this. The back of it, yeah, gives you a more in-depth description of what is inside this box. Now, this is the Ultimate Box as labeled here. If you did not purchase the Ultimate Box, this whole thing is going to look different. It's probably not going to say Ultimate Box. So bear that in mind. If you purchase the normal, non-Ultimate Box, it will likely not say Ultimate Box, and this video containing all these items in this box will somewhat not pertain to you, like it'll have less things in the non-Ultimate Box. But if you did purchase the Ultimate Box, this is what you can expect to find inside. Very, very cool. And in the back here, it says, what is inside your Final Girl Series 4 Ultimate Box. A complete description of what is inside right here. So yes, you might want to freeze frame this, print this out, or just look at this in close detail on your phone. Very, very cool. Whatever you do is a great thing. So it says here, important, this special Series 4 Ultimate Box does not contain a Final Girl core box pictured here, which is needed to play the game. Okay, so let me explain this to everybody before everybody gets a conniption fit because they can't play the game right away. So if you get this box here, you need this thing called the core box, which is, it looks like this right here. So it's a black box, and it basically says core box right on the front. And so this is another $25, $30 item, something like that. And you need this to play this game. So you might ask yourself, like, why are they making me pay for an additional item? Well, here's the story. Seasons 1 to 3 also required the core box. If you had purchased any game from seasons 1 to 3, you will likely have the core box. You probably already know that you should have purchased a core box along with any of those season 1 to 3 individual series games. If you had purchased an Ultimate Box, seasons 1, 2, or 3, you know it's not going to include a core box. It just so happens that you have to purchase the core box to be able to play the games. The whole idea is the core box contains the main components of the game, and the individual series boxes, the individual movie films, will contain the additional items that you need to supplement the core box items. And that's how you play. So your initial investment for playing any game in series 1 to now 4 will be that you need a core box, and then you can purchase an individual game or one of the ultimate boxes that contains all the games in that series. So what are the advantages of purchasing an ultimate box versus a non-ultimate box, you might ask? So I'm glad you asked. So the non-ultimate box will likely contain just the box itself and maybe a couple of additional things, like you'll get some boxes inside that have like additional instruction manuals, like cool promo item type instruction manuals. And so you might wonder to yourself, why would anybody purchase the non-ultimate box that just contains a box and that's it? Well, it's a nice storage unit so that you can basically store your games from that season away in a nice, neat, compact format. And as most of you Final Girl fans know, all of this stuff that you get with each of the Final Girl individual films, all that stuff, if you were to stack them on your shelf without this box itself, it can get kind of like messy and cumbersome. So this provides you with a nice, neat, stackable format. And by stackable, I don't mean stackable one on top of another. What I mean is this image that you see on this box right here on season 4, it is part of a larger image. So seasons 1 to 3 already, if you had purchased those ultimate boxes, you can chain those boxes together and create a scene. Well, guess what? This too is part of that scene. So if you were to chain boxes 1, 2, 3, 4 together, you'll get a long panoramic scene. And that's how they're doing it with all of these boxes. So if you get these collectible boxes, I'll call them, you can create a scene, one scene from left to right, and that's so, so cool. And each of these scenes includes the enemies, the villains, the monsters that you will be going against in that season. So very, very cool. So that's another reason to get that collectible non-ultimate box or ultimate box, just so that you can have this nice way of storing all of your games. Very, very cool. So what is missing in the ultimate box, you might be wondering? So you're going to get a lot less boxes, right? So by boxes, I mean, like, let's say the ultimate box here, you're supposed to get miniatures, right, with every one of the games. Instead of getting a separate box that includes all of the miniatures like that, they're going to include the miniatures inside each individual game. So you're saving on some paper, right, the box paper, and some plastic. So you're saving the environment by not having these additional things that you might just throw away or recycle anyway. So this more compact form factor, which includes everything, basically everything, is a nice way of saying thank you, environment, and I'm not going to throw away lots of boxes and plastic stuff, that kind of thing. So yeah, another reason why you want to purchase this all ultimate box thing, this ultimate box, is the fact that you save money. You save a lot of money by purchasing an ultimate box. You get the games themselves, the individual games, you get the miniatures, you get additional fun promo items. You also get things that you normally cannot get in a store, like these special promo items here for, yes, Iris and Jen. So you get these things. And as an Ultimate Box purchaser off of Kickstarter, you get first dibs at purchasing the mystery boxes. And you can also purchase mystery boxes from the past. So that's another bonus right there. So yeah, you get first dibs at all of that. Now at some point, all of these mystery boxes are just going to like run out. And so it's probably a good idea that if you like what's inside one of those mystery boxes, you purchase it right away before it just decides to like go away. So one day those things will be sold out. And you know what? I don't know if they're going to be reprinting series 1 to 3, but at some point I'm sure that these things will also be sold out. So it's a good idea to purchase these items sooner than later so you can begin playing those items, those games, and they won't be sold out. So yes, be a Final Girl fan, be a Final Girl fangirl, and purchase everything. So without further ado, let's open this box and see what's inside. Now from the back cover I see that you're going to get feature films, Bad Times at Buddyland, A Rotten Harvest, A Demon in the Shadows, The Green Terror, The Raptor Games, the vignette film of Terror from Beyond. There's also going to be Series 4 feature film miniature packs, Terror from Beyond miniatures pack, Series 4 lore and scenario book, Series 4 gruesome death books, Series 4 cast and crew box, Series 4 bonus features box, a mausoleum box, crypt box, corpses box. So it says here, miniatures are included. The killers, the final girls, the minions, and vehicles are included. This is a game for a solo player, one player, 20 to 60 minutes it says, to play a game. It's more like 45-ish or so. And ages 14 and up because of the gore factor. So let's open this up. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Oh, it's hard to open these. They're like vacuum sealed, and it's been compressed with the cellophane all this time that, yeah, the lid sometimes gets stuck a little bit. But little by little, minute by minute, we're going to be, yes, there we go. Yes. Oh, and inside, it's blank. Okay, so I'll set that aside. And here is what you've been waiting for, folks. Yes. Wow, look at that. Whoa. The Mausoleum box. The Final Girl games. Bonus features right here and here. So, yeah, I will say that Van Ryder Games loves to include these foam things in here, and these are a necessary thing, I think. Don't throw them out. They are very useful. Don't throw them out. Don't recycle them. They are very useful for very many things. I accidentally threw out my foam from one of the first boxes, the seasons I have, and I kind of regretted it because I could have used those foam blocks for other things. So yeah, those foam blocks are very useful. You can find a way to use them. So yeah, just discarding these things is not always a good idea. So here we go. Let's take out, oh, it popped out automatically. That's scary. So let's take out this first game right here. Yes, as you see here, this is Bad Times at Buddyland, and this is based on the Fast Nights of Freddy type movie. So very, very cool. Yeah, very, very cool. So it's got its own like Fast Nights Freddy kind of bear killer. Yeah. And so when we open this up, let's see what's inside. So I'll open up, should I open up all of them? I'll open up one of them, and you'll get an idea, a sense of what's inside every one of these individual feature films. So we're going to find the hole in the plastic and slip the scissors in. Yes, good. And as you see here, make sure my puppy doesn't eat the plastic. Yeah, okay. So here you will see that this right here, the sheet that describes what's inside the box is removable. And what I do is I actually collate all of this stuff and set this aside for later review. So yeah, I don't even throw these out. So yeah, according to this, it's got included in this box. It's not a standalone game. You need the core box to play. As I said before, this is like a $25, $30 item. And then what's included is detachable killer board, detachable location board, 2 Final Girl cards, 24 terror cards, 3 dark power cards, 1 epic dark power card, 3 finale cards, 1 epic finale card, 16 item cards, 5 buddy cards, 2 special buddy cards, 10 event cards, 5 setup cards, 2 rule sheets, and 26 tokens. Very, very cool. So, what are Final Girl cards? They're your Final Girls. They represent your Final Girls, and you get 2 of them in every game. So every game includes 2 different Final Girls for you to consider playing with, and each of these Final Girls has special abilities that you can utilize. And what's cool is because this game is a mix and match game, that means that if you like the girls in the Final Girls game here, this one, you could use these Final Girls in other games in the series. And that's not just limited to Series 4. You can play the Final Girls across any one of the games from Seasons 1 to 4. Very cool. So you can make your own scenarios with unique Final Girls in every game. You can also exchange the monsters. You can place the monsters here in another scenario, in another game from Seasons 1 to 4. So cool. So because of the interchangeable nature of this game, that makes thousands of possibilities that you can have with this system, this gaming system. That is what's unique about this gaming system. That is its strength. Its overall strength is the fact that you could mix and match your monsters, your good girls, your game environment itself. So cool. So, yeah, I know, I'm the ultimate Final Girl fangirl.
Final Girl.
It's just something that needs to be said, I think. The fact that it is so interchangeable, so expansive, because every time there's a new game introduced, that adds more possibilities to the overall world that is Final Girl. So yes, so these are removable covers. And so they are basically, this box is basically patterned after old VHS tape boxes, like the ones that you would see long ago in the 80s, maybe 90s, and then they did away with them once they had DVDs coming out and stuff, so you got thinner boxes, and then Blu-rays and you got thinner boxes. But yeah, this is how movies were like back in the 80s and 90s. You've got these big boxes like this, and there was a VHS tape inside. And yeah, you could only play the VHS tape so many times before it starts like wearing out, and then you get like fuzziness in the picture. But it was fun to watch those old VHS movies. The older the movie got by repeated playing, the more haunting the movie sometimes felt. And that's what's cool about watching VHS movies on a VHS player. So here, this removable cover, what's this all about? Well, this has got the game board in it, right here. So this is Buddyland right here, yes. So you see here, it's a small board. It's not something huge, right? So it's a portable system. That's what's cool about it. So I'm not going to say portable because you need more space than just for this board itself, but you need basically a good table layout so that you can position all of the cards in separate areas. And so you can keep track of various things, card-wise, player-wise, tokens that represent certain things, activities. So a good-sized space for your board is like a tabletop, basically. So this tabletop right here is definitely enough for a game. This mat that I have right here, this red mat, might be a little smallish for a game, but if you got like a larger mat, it would be perfect for this game. So yes, and this game board here contains all the different rooms and areas, and some of the rooms have special things about them that you'll read about in the instructions. So here, you get here what's inside, components, special setups, special rules, right here on this single sheet. Very rarely is there more than a single sheet of so-called instructions, right? So the instructions, again, they are add-ons to the core box instructions. So that's what you have to keep in mind. You won't get like a thick instruction manual for this. In fact, the original core box instruction manual isn't very thick either. So this game is actually like learnable in a very quick way. And then developing strategies to defeat the monsters, that's the complexity of this game. So the cool thing is, it is a math-based game that isn't like, it doesn't force you to do a lot of math. And that's what's cool about it. So the genius who created this game came up with this stellar math system that doesn't feel like math. And that's what's cool about it. So here, on the other side, so first let's see what's inside. Ooh, right here. See that? Miniatures. Yeah. And the cards. The special cards for this game only. So let's take a peek right here. Yeah, it's removable, kind of like a card tray, miniatures tray, everything tray. Pop open this, and here's the miniature. And the miniature looks like, this is like some sort of robot thing. Yeah, very, very cool. Get closer here. Yeah. And in here, what's this? Just a sponge piece. There's nothing in there. And here, these are event cards. So event cards and setup cards and tokens that you punch out. They're already like cut for you, so you just punch them out of the card, and that's it. So yeah, game components. So underneath the tray, what's that? Well, this says here, for Gwyn's eyes only. So one of the characters' name, the final girl's name is Gwyn. Do not open until you have survived a game with Gwyn. So this secret envelope here contains, I don't know, if I gave it away, then it would not be a secret. So we're going to put that here. We're going to cover this up. And we're going to take a look at the other side of this box. So one side has the monster, the other side has the final girls. So let's take a look. So I'm going to close this up here. You can see some artwork right here of the monster grabbing onto, I think it could be Gwyn. It's either Gwyn or someone else, the other final girl. So let's close this up. And on the other side, right here, this also opens. Yes, just like that. It's held together by magnets. How ingenious, right? So it's so cool. So here's the monster that you're going to be fighting. And the monster's name is Billy the Bear. And Billy the Bear, it's got like some information about his powers and strength during the game. So yeah, very, very cool. And here, the special instruction sheet for Billy the Bear. And some more artwork on the other side. Very cool. Every individual game contains these components here. So Billy the Bear, it's a small fold-out instruction sheet. So take a look here. You've got the core box there's not so many pages in the core box. I think it was 24 pages for the core box instructions, something like that. And then you've got this, which is 3 small pages. So these are the additional rules that you need to control Billy the Bear. That's it. So it's easy to learn this. That's what's cool about this. So what else? What else do you get here? So here, I'll show you. Look at this. Lots of miniatures. The other side just had one. This has got lots of miniatures and more cards. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Just this part pops out. Yeah, so you can take a look at the miniatures here in this section. We've got what appears to be Billy the Bear. Very cool. We've got some other creature that looks like it's got, what is it, an aardvark or something? I don't know. And somewhere here, nope, these are other characters, yeah. These are all the enemies. They're all different, and they're all shaped cool. You can paint them, yes. They're meant to be painted. So I had painted Series 1 miniatures. On my channel, you could see the video on how to paint your miniatures, well, how I painted my miniatures. You can paint your miniatures your own way. The cool thing about having miniatures that are like this is you could paint them however you want. So I came up with my own schemes as to like how I wanted to paint my miniatures. So you might say to yourself, well, I don't have painting skills. I don't have artistic ability, blah, blah, blah. You don't need artistic ability. You just have to make these characters look the way you want. And what you might like might be very different from what other people might like. So at first when I saw these miniatures, I was like, oh, it's another game where I have to paint my own miniatures. I hate that. But if you take a look at these things and try to add your own creativity to it, that's actually pretty cool. So if you purchase your own paints, you never know, that inner artist might come out from within you and you'll paint them the way you want. And so I painted Hans the way I wanted. And that's so cool because the way that I see Hans might be different from the way you or anyone else might see Hans. And so I'm going to make Hans the creepiest mofo I could make him using the ideas in my mind. So that's how I wanted to approach painting. And I'm not a professional painter by any means. I'm not even an amateur painter. It was like my first set of miniatures that I ever painted. And I think I did a bang-up job with them. And you'll see that video. You'll see I did a bang-up job on those. And you can too. So yeah, you just have to like put your heart into it. And then you'll be able to come up with something awesome on your own. So here, I'm going to try to position these back in place here and cover them up. I think I can do that. And place them, set them aside for a moment. Because on the other side with the plastic is, yes, more cards. Yes. More cards for the game. More tokens to pop out of their cardboard. These are thick cardboard tokens right here. Now, they do have, for some items, they do have specialty boxes where they'll give you like more awesome tokens that are made of plastic rather than these cardboard things. And that's so cool. So you'll see in the other Ultimate boxes, you'll see examples of that where you can either buy an additional item or it might come in the Ultimate box where you get tokens that are like fully formed plastic tokens. So cool. So here, Toby, I guess these are the other monster cards right there. So there's multiple monsters in here. That's very, very cool. So that's basically it. That's what's inside this box. Just to reveal to you that I'm not hiding anything, there's nothing else in this game box. So yes, the game boxes themselves are in general kind of sparse. So in general, if you were to get a game box, it would not come with these miniatures. So getting the Ultimate box includes the miniatures. So if you were to purchase this separately, like just the individual game, don't expect to get these plastic miniatures. This would be a separate cost. And that would add to the cost of you getting the individual items. So getting the Ultimate box is the ultimate way of getting everything at a nice price. So very, very, very cool. So yeah, that's what's inside Bad Times in Buddyland. The other 4 games also include similar things in them, and including miniatures because I got the Ultimate box. Very, very cool. We're going to slip this back inside. I think I have this the right way. Let's see. So I have the bad guy facing out front. And let's see. Is it the right way? No, that's the wrong way. So it goes like this. So we're going to slip this back in here. Wait. Yeah, let me show you this. Instead of just slipping it inside, I'm going to show you what's behind all of these games. So let's take a look at this first. Here is some foam thing. And here is something in here. What is this? Oh, a feature, bonus feature. Let's see. Collectible postcard set. Huh. And it's got a clear sticker on the back. Postcard set. So, some items you might think to yourself, that's a big fangirl item. I'm not going to care about that. That's just a collectible fangirl item. I don't care about those things. But some people do care. And so, here is what you can expect to find inside this mystery envelope. So here we go. Krampus Christmas Hit List. Cindy and Mrs. Claus. And in the back it says, "You've been naughty." Very cool. And here, let me show you this. This is Happy Hansentine's Day instead of Valentine's Day. Hans, the shipper. Okay, very cool. And in the back it says Hans Series 2 Hit List. Ellen, Uki, Ginny, Gretel, Heather, Jeanette, Kate, Ava, Red, and Veronica. Very cool. Here we see Appetizingly Packed by Hans, the Shipper. People love Hans, don't they? Hans is sort of like the Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers type dude. He's like a, well, chainsaw dude, maybe? Yeah. Chainsaw dude. So he's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre dude, but he's wearing a pig head. Yeah. Hans season 1 hit list: Lori, Asami, Nancy, Adelaide, Alice, Rico, Charlie, Sheila, Barbara, and Selena. Very cool. Here we go. Ooh. Hauntingly handled by the poltergeist, or postalgeist in this case. Final Girl season 1 hit list: Lori, Asami, Nancy, Adelaide, Alice, Rico, Charlie, Sheila, Barbara, and Selena. It's the same list as the previous one. Then we have Van Ryder Games. For more information, visit Van Ryder Games. So this is an advertisement here, and then on the back it says, "The Green Terror, the hunt has begun." Very cool artwork. Then we have this, another thing that says, "For more information, visit Van Ryder Games." And then the back, it says, "Final Girl, a Rotten Harvest." Check out that artwork. Very, very cool. And what's here? Yet another postcard back. And on the back of this, it says, "Van Ryder Games, Death Wears Many Faces." Ooh, look at that Scream homage. Very cool. And then we have yet another card with one of these things. And in the back, it says, "A Demon in the Shadows." So those of you who like the movie The Nun, here we go. This is for you. Yes. Very, very cool. Then there is, "Step right up to the Carnival of Blood. Welcome to the scariest show on earth. Sights to amaze and terrify." Very cool. And right in the back it says, "Visit Charming Creech Manor, where your family becomes our family." Very, very cool. Yes. And last but not least, there is a thing that looks like a postcard. And on the back, it says, "Greetings from Camp Happy Trails, where every day is a scream." And the card itself, which is blood right there. "Hi, Mom. Having a great time at camp. Some German guy invited us all to dinner, but I declined. Hope all is well at home. It's been a scream here. Love, Lori." So there you go. Pretty darn cool. Yeah. So here, Haddonfield, Illinois, and those of you who know your horror films know that this is like an homage to, Michael Myers and Haddonfield, Illinois, as well as a little bit of like Jason Voorhees from the camp, as well as the electric saw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, all the good things from horror movies are baked right into every one of these series. Very, very cool. So yes, you get this bonus item. And we'll set this right here. And let's take out these games one by one. At some point all of this will fall, so I'm going to try to prevent this from falling. So I know that one of these is like the newest game, and Raptors maybe? Or is it the Green Terror? Raptors maybe? So maybe we'll unwrap all of them so you can see what's inside, because if the Raptors one contains all of these Raptors miniatures, you might be really interested in seeing that. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at what's inside these two boxes, as well as the Mausoleum box. So here we go. How are we going to remove this without the whole thing toppling over? Okay, so we got one. Here we go. This is Cast and Crew Series 4. So, like the other Cast and Crew boxes from the past, this box contains, as you will see, it contains, ta-da! All the Final Girls. Yes. So, when I first opened an Ultimate box, in each individual movie I was like, where's the Final Girls? Turns out there's a separate box for all of that. That's what this is. So you can keep all of your Final Girls in a nice convenient place, or there's a separate compartment in each individual film box, where you could take out the Final Girl here and put it inside the film box. Very, very cool. So, what else do you get besides the Final Girls? So here, there are 6 and 5. There's 11 Final Girls. Yeah, 11 Final Girls right here. A row of 5 and a row of 6 right here. And then there's these things. What's this? Looks like weird plants of some sort. So yeah, I think this is based on a plant-based horror. Very, very cool. Then there's Terror from Beyond. Right here, a vignette expansion for Final Girl. It says here, people have changed. They look the same, but their behavior is oddly different. No laughter, no passion, no emotion of any kind. People just going about their daily routines with a vacant look in their eyes. You knew the daily work grind can get to people, but not like this. You suspected something else was causing this, and then you discovered an empty pod in your neighbor's trash. You tried telling the police, reporters, anyone who would listen, but they all just told you it was in your imagination or some kind of strange neurosis. At that moment, you realized you couldn't trust anyone and would have to take matters into your own hands. How will you survive Terror from Beyond? This is a vignette expansion that can be used in combination with any location, one of which is included in each of the Final Girl feature film boxes, sold separately. So this is kind of like a Invasion of the Body Snatchers type thing. So yeah, very, very cool. And you get that with this. Yes, so, so cool. Now, the mausoleum box. And this other thing. Ooh, this is heavy. This thing's heavy right here. Yes. And this contains bonus features, Series 4. Bonus features. Let's take a look at what the bonus features could be. It feels like there's a lot of heavy books in there. A lot of books. Now, some of you might not be into reading, and there's going to be a lot of reading in here, because there's a lot of books in here, and they're jam-packed in here, and the way they jam-packed everything is they interleave them like so. I'll show you. It's a very ingenious way of packing these things. They put this like this like this, so I can flip this way. If I flipped them all the same way, they wouldn't fit inside the box. So here we have the stapled end alternating like that on each of these books. So here we have Feature Film Rulebook, Series 4. Yes. So this is kind of like your core box rulebook right here. And yeah, very, very cool. This one is 48 pages, including the cover. Very cool. Here we have lore and scenario book. This is just to add more like game background. It's like flavor text. It's like things to make things sound more creepy. So if you read the background of these stories, you might get more into the mood of the game. So that's what these books are all about. And so inside, you'll see full color pictures of the monsters and their background. You'll also see some interesting things about gameplay in here. And I believe these are basically like, some of these might be like just repeated instructions that are already inside the games themselves, except they're in this enlarged format so you can read them better. So very, very cool. Yes, there's also here Buddyland Gruesome Deaths, Shady Acres Gruesome Death. So all of these gruesome death books, if you want to add more flavor to each game, you will consult one of these manuals to get something that will be more impactful in your game. So yeah, as if the games themselves are not enough, having these will add more interest and flavor to your games. So very, very cool. So here's Shady Acres Gruesome Deaths. We also have Larms Abbey Gruesome Deaths book. We have here Pesadilla Verde Gruesome Deaths. We have here Isla Lagarto Gruesome Deaths. Yes, and there's nothing else in the box here. So for all 5 of the individual feature film boxes, you get gruesome death books. Yes, very, very, very cool. And so, yes, because I interleave them the right way, I can close this box with some confidence. And yes, that's it. Now, what is inside the back of this box here? This image gives you an idea of how to stack these items. That's all it is. So here's what you can do. You can choose to align your games in this order, and then you have this slot right here. Now you know that you can put this item with the postcards back in that slot. Or you can keep this out and you can slide your core box into this lone spot right here. It fits the core box exactly. In every one of the season ultimate boxes, there's an extra slot like this, so you can slide the core box right in there, just in case you don't have seasons 1 to 3. So, very, very cool. Or you can just slide a foam block in there. And why would you want to do that, maybe? Well, you want to try to keep everything kind of like nice and neat and tidy, and you want to make sure that it has like good balance for the mausoleum box. That's right here. Let's see what's inside the mausoleum box. Okay, this is our final box to uncover, to unbox. And most people get really excited about what's inside the mausoleum box, because the mausoleum box, like in the past, contained like a gameplay mat, for example, in season 1, another different gameplay mat that was updated in season 2, some other items in season 3, and I have no idea what's in store for season 4 in the mausoleum box, but I'm sure we'll find out right now. Very, very cool. Okay, Final Girl fangirl.
Final Girl.
Here's an idea of what's inside. Yes. Okay. Now that you have a glimpse of what's inside, it's time to see it for real. Okay, let's see if we can get this up and out. Oh, there we go. Yes. Ta-da. Blink. Okay. What I see first is corpses box and crypt box. Let's open the corpses box first. Corpses box. Okay. So, if I remove the corpses box, blank space, the crypt box is equally large like this. So, corpses box. Oh, something fell out already. There you go. What fell out? This. Corpses box rulebook. Huh. So, 3 pages of information on the corpses box rulebook with Final Girl miniatures. In addition to miniatures for Elizabeth and Ursula, we have also included miniatures for Julia and Constance. Note that Julia and Constance come with square bases, just like they have in the Dark Quarter. Okay, so here's the information right here for the Corpses Box Rulebook. Yes. Okay, so we got this plastic right here that covers up something. Yes. We also have, what's this? Vehicle Action Card Reference, Series 4 and Special Features, Buddyland Vehicle Security Bot, Shady Acres Vehicle Combine, Larms Abbey Vehicle Donkey, Pesadilla Verde Vehicle Huey, oh, a helicopter, Isla Lagarto Vehicle Safari Rover, Santa's Village Vehicle Reindeer Gang. Okay, so let's see. In here, it's a double stack. The first stack here has what appears to be 4 Final Girls, slots for additional items, don't know what it is yet, cards for the Final Girls, ooh, and these secret envelopes. Yes, that's a don't open until you do something. Yes, very cool. So next up in here, it says Ursula's Faith, a character pack for Final Girl. So lift this out, and there's nothing left in here, because sometimes when you lift things out, there's something underneath, and it's a secret, and that's so cool. So let's see. So they decided to put all the secret envelopes in their own like little separate packages here, like this. So here, this comes in the form of like a sealed packet right here. Elizabeth's Rebellion, also a secret packet right here. Cool. This is event cards right here. And the secret envelopes, 2 of them. Very cool. So, you might be wondering what's inside these. Let's open them up, shall we? And see what's inside. Elizabeth's Rebellion. So, yes, you can just simply tear open the pack like that, but I like to make like nice snippets across. So at least it's neater. Yeah. Okay. All right. Elizabeth's Rebellion. Wait, there's something in here. So cards, more cards. Okay, it's all cards. Elizabeth's Rebellion. So what are the cards? The cards are, you get event cards, item cards. Yes. Event and item cards. You also get a little instruction manual for Elizabeth's Rebellion with special setup instructions. So here, front and back. Yes. As well as a Moxie card, Elizabeth, and Elizabeth's action cards. So here's Elizabeth right here. Oh, she's only got 4 hearts. She's very weak. But she probably has special abilities that are like, that make her worthwhile. So yeah, some of the stronger final girls have 6 hearts. So this one's only got 4. I think Grandma had like 1 or something like that. It was like kind of pathetic. But yeah, I made my own final girl like character card and I gave myself 7 hearts just because like I'm kind of like strong. Yeah. So I'm pretty smart too. I've got 3 master's degrees. So Moxie card. I know. Just because you go to school doesn't mean that you're smart. All right. I'll say learned. So here we go. That was Elizabeth's Rebellion. Very cool. Now what about Ursula's Faith? Let's see what's inside. Yeah, even though I have these 3 master's degrees, computer science, computer engineering, and law, I'm not as smart as the person who made this game. This game is like ingenious. It's just like one big math puzzle. And when I finally like figured it out that that was what was going on, I was like, this is so cool. This like makes all sorts of sense. And it's very, very cool. So Ursula's Faith includes prayer points tracker. That's like the Moxie card. Some prayer action cards, 2 of them. Ursula, who's also 4 hearts, so another kind of weak, physically weak character, but she's probably got like some awesome abilities. Like during the upkeep phase, return a divine action card that was removed from the game to the action tableau. If you return a card again, gain 3 of these, I guess, Hail Mary things? Not sure. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know too much about that. So divine action cards here, get a number of them, like 6, I believe. You get item cards and the instruction manual on, oh, this is a more comprehensive instruction manual. So here's the front and back. Here's the inside for first couple of pages. Then we got this. Then we got this. There's 8 pages of instructions here. This is much more complicated than the other one. Yeah, very cool. So let's put this back in the pack. So yeah, I read for you what Ursula's special abilities are, and so don't know what Elizabeth's special abilities are. Maybe we should revisit that just to make sure, just for a comprehensive treatment of all this. Let's do that before we close all this stuff up. This is very involved, this game. It always has been. So here, whoa, there's a lot. Sorry, the lettering is so small, I have to like hold it out to here. So it says, Cheer Squad, assemble. Immediately place all the victims you have saved at named spaces, or something spaces, on the board, your choice, 1 per space. Victims may follow you into an enemy's space. When a normal victim enters an enemy's space, remove the victim from the board and do like a punch power to the enemy. Do not increase blood. Okay. So it looks like you can use these followers as sort of like to do your bidding, so to speak, to kind of like punch for you. So even though this is a weak character physically, you've got all these minions to help you, and that's pretty cool. So this girl is potentially very powerful with those minions. But you have to save those minions, right? You can't just like, these minions won't come out of nowhere. So you have to save the victims, and then you can use the victims to help you as followers. Very, very cool. Okay. So, cover this up. Pack this back in its original box. We'll put that back in there. And this is the vehicle miniatures box. This is here like this. Here, corpses box in the top. Okay, close it up. And we'll proceed to the next box. So, here we have the crypt box. Equally heavy, this crypt box. Let's open up and see what's inside. Open! Here we go. Whoa. First item inside the box. This is the crypt box, and as you see here, this should give you an idea of the main attraction of this box. So we have upper level and lower level, and it's describing the miniatures you get. Yes! So what are these miniatures, you might be asking? Glad you asked. It says here, from the Final Girl Crypt rises the bigger and better special victim meeples to enhance your gameplay experience. Cool. This box has special victim meeples for all the feature films from series 1 through 4, as well as the North Pole Nightmare and Shriek special features. A replacement event card for each special victim is also included. Simply place the special victim meeples and replacement event cards in their respective feature film boxes, and you're all set. There are also 2 additional exclusive special victim meeples of both Final Girl creators, AJ and Evan, and 2 Van Ryder Games event cards that match them, the producer for AJ and the therapist for Evan. Very cool. So even AJ and Evan are in here. So cool. Okay, here it is, along with some silica gel packets. Yes, very cool. And lifting this out, this is the upper level. This is the lower level. Oh, look at that. Event cards. Yes. For all these meeples. Very cool. Very, very cool. And what's underneath? Nothing. That's it. So, I remember reading about this, and this is like one of the big reasons to get this Ultimate box, because it has all this stuff. Very, very cool. We like our meeples. So I know that there have been companies off of Etsy making Final Girl meeple stickers you can put on like base meeples, and then you can like kind of customize the game that way by making meeples like these. But these are like specially designed for this game, so that's very, very, very cool. Yes. So yeah, that's it. That's everything inside this Ultimate box. We're going to unbox, I think, the Raptor games, so you can see what's inside. So here, I'll close this up. Because the Raptor games, that's like a Jurassic Park thing, and I think that's worth checking out. Let's see, we'll put this over here. Okay. The Raptor games. Yeah. Very cool. So here's the Final Girl for the Raptor games. And here's the other Final Girl for the Raptor games. Here's the game board. Very cool. Isla Lagarto. The 4-page instruction manual. Yes. Very cool. The miniatures. Ooh. Not only do you get a miniature, you get this die right here. Dice? Die. So let's take a look. Additional cards. Tokens. Tokens of, oh, it looks like some sort of destruction. Yeah, like lava or something. Okay. And the secret envelope. Yes. Very cool. Now, let's look at these miniatures. Look at this. That's all sorts of creepy and cool. Very cool. You also get meeples for another dinosaur, as well as some sort of thing. I don't know what that is, but you get a bunch of them in there. You get 3. And you get, ooh, a vehicle miniature, this little Jeep thing, sort of like Jurassic Park-like. And you get this die. Not sure what this die is used for yet, but it's got letters on it, ABC. So yeah, a randomizer of some sort, maybe to determine what's going to happen next in certain cases. Yeah, very cool. So cool. Yeah, I'm glad I opened this one. Very cool. So let's close this one up and check out the other side. Okay, so on this side, open this up, we see the raptors. Very cool. Instruction sheet for the raptors. 3-page instructions. Final page is the artwork. We have the raptors card. Very cool. And check this out. Meeples and miniatures. So let's take this out and see. Of course, the secret envelope. Yes. Lots of little raptor miniatures. And I think they're all the same. They all look the same. Very cool. And on the other side, we have miniatures for dinosaurs and things. Very cool. And additional cards for your gameplay. Very, very cool. Yes. That was a nice unboxing. That dinosaur on the other side, very cool. Like I said, you don't get the miniatures if you were to purchase these games individually. So you want to get this Ultimate Box. Or if you have money to spare, I guess you can get them separately and get the miniature boxes separately. But I think it's a better deal to get the Ultimate Box if you can get it. And yeah, you'll have a lot more fun that way. So yeah, this is cool. I love it. We have these 3 unopened boxes, but that's okay. This video is more about seeing what was inside the Ultimate Box. Now, let's get ready for our grand finale. We have one more box to open, and it is the mystery box for Season 4. Now, if you don't want to have your surprise spoiled, then you'll need to advance past this. And you can do that by just basically skipping this section right here. But if you're interested to see what's inside this, I'm going to open this now. You're going to take a look with me. So, very, very cool. It's got a clear round sticker on the side, on the top here, and I'm going to snip open. Usually it's a collectible thing of some sort. So let's see. Oh, look at this. First things first is, it says right here, mystery box rule sheet. Rule sheet? So you can use this in a game? The previous items, you were not able to use those items in the game. You could use them as tools, like one of them was like a dice roller kind of thing. The other ones were collectibles. But here there's a mystery box rule sheet, and it has something to do with Hans. So I'm not going to spoil that by just reading it. I'm going to show you what the item is, and you can see for yourself. So here we go. What's this? It's got 2 dice right there. It's got something inside there. Whoa. Whoa, what's this? There's nothing else in the box. Wait! Is this Hans's head with a chopping knife, a butcher knife, like jammed into this poor pig's head? Huh. And we've got some 2 dice here with special characters on them. So this mystery box costs an additional amount of money. So this is not part of the Ultimate Box. You have to purchase it in addition to the Ultimate Box. Or in addition to whatever things you purchase from there. But yeah, getting it through the Kickstarter, that's the surest way of being able to secure one of these items. So here it is. This is a smoothly polished figurine, a bust of Hans's head, I suppose, with the cleaver jammed right into his forehead. Yes. And yes. The 2 dice right here includes symbols. Yeah. Fast Night's Freddy? Huh. What's going on here? So these are like symbols from the games. Yeah. Very cool. So mystery box rule sheet. So wait, there's a space inside here. Wait, you can put these dice in there. This is a cool. So this is a dice roller too, just like the previous one. Very cool. So it says right here, Hans has tasted the bones of many victims in years of terrorizing Camp Happy Trails and all of the other Final Girl locations. Now bones will tumble out of his severed head to determine your fate. 2 Series 4 bone dice have been found at the site of Hans's last murder and carved for your own use. Very cool. 1 die has each of the Series 4 killer symbols on it, and the other die has each of the location symbols on it along with a question mark. Place the dice through the Hans skull, and from his neck will spill out the killer location combination you should play. If you get the question mark, re-roll both dice. If you get it a second time, only re-roll the location die. If you also own the Necronomicon Series 1 Mystery Box, the Otherworldly Mirror Series 2 Mystery Box, and Death Series 3 Mystery Box, you may use Death to choose a killer die and a location die or any other random method before using Hans to decide the killer location combination you should play. Very cool. And here are all of the pictures on the die, the two dice, as well as what they represent. Very cool. So I think this was an extra $20 or $25. Totally worth it. You have to get it. Like, at first I was thinking about not getting it, but now that I see that it's Hans, it's like, this is an obvious purchase. If you are into Final Girl, you probably already have Camp Happy Trails as one of the first feature films that you own with the core box. So if you enjoyed Camp Happy Trails, you will enjoy having this dice rolling bust thing as like your collectible. So yeah, very, very cool. Thank you. Thank you, Van Ryder. Thank you, Final Girl, Series 4. And yeah, so cool. So until next time, everybody, see you and happy gaming.